Hi, welcome back to part 3 of, and I'm going to redo the description on the first 2 recorded videos because I put them as Assemblage Collection No. 1, Part 1, Part 2, but this is actually Collection 1 and 2 are done the same way. It's just the covers are a different digi, and then we're different papers and tools and whatnot, but same process for kit number 1 and kit number 2. So I don't have to do a video for kit number 2. I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see. Housekeeping first. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I put my end pages in. And then I'm going to doing this totally backwards. I realize this, you guys. Cut me some slack. I don't do tutorials. This is not a tutorial. This is just how I do it. Okay? I think we're going to change the video titles to How I Do It Part 1, How I Do It Part 2. Anyway, so I'm going to show you, I've got some Masonite board. I've got this digi of mine. No, it's not in the Etsy shop yet. It will be one day. It's printed out on cardstock. These were printed out on, I believe, 32-pound paper. So the process is going to be a little bit different. This paper, I just glued down with Mod Podge and then hit it with some clear matte spray sealer. This, I'm going to show you on the cardstock, and this was printed on the laser, but it has a completely different look once you hit it with Mod Podge on the top. So I'm going to show you that. But first, we're going to put end pages in this guy. And then after I'm done with this video, I get to call Epson support yet again and chat with them about my EcoTank printer. Wi-Fi out of order again. Usually I can turn it off and unplug it and just redo the Wi-Fi, but it's not having it. And it's the new one. It's not even, I think I bought it in November. So I've had it. So luckily it's still under warranty, so maybe this time they'll just send me a new one. I don't know. I'll let you know in the next video. Alright. It's like it's my birthday. I just opened up a brand new bottle of Fabri-Tac. What are you guys paying for Fabri-Tac these days? $9.99 at Hobby Lobby. If I go over to Michael's, it's $14.99. Oh, this is Fabri-Fix, not Tac. Fabra. Not Fabri. I'm just going to call it Fabra. Anyway. Alright, so where are we? Well, let's see. Part 1, I showed you guys how I pick out and put together my pages for my signatures. Part 2, I showed you how to sew the signatures into the block. If you go to my channel, and across the top you'll see some buttons, videos, live, etc., etc. If you hit the live button, you can see the video where I show how to add the fabric to the spine. Yep, forgot I did that. So completely out of order here. Sorry, you guys. I'll do better next time, I promise. And I've already started putting the next kit together. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a fun one. So, 2 things. If you want to put a closure, like seam binding or sari ribbon or something on it, this is when you would do it. So I'm not going to on this one, but I'm just going to show you if you were going to. This is when you would cut a piece however long. I would usually leave it in a couple of inches, glue it down, and then put your end page over the top of it, right? And if you're going to put something under here, I really, really suggest not using paper, like a thin paper, because it's going to rip and pull. But I'm not. So we're just going to set that aside. But I just wanted to tell you guys, show you how I do it. Now, decision time. When it comes time for me to part with Timmy paper, especially 12 by 12, so many, we could go like this. I just have a little trial to see. Yep, that would be pretty. Or we could go like that, kind of busy. Or we could stay with the neutral, and it would be, or I think this might actually be it. I think I might do this. So if we do this, we get some vintage tape at the top. So it'd be a little bit blank over here. Right, so what you do, this is 12 inches, so cut it in half. So 6 inches, 6 inches, because this is 5.75, so you have plenty of room. Because then what we'll have in the back, we'll have this. And I'm going to put the Assemblage plate right here. Yep. Okay. So, a paper chomper. You guys, I just have to say, have been so kind, leaving such nice comments on my tutorial, not tutorial videos. Look at there. Piece of tape. Uh-oh. I better move the keyboard before I accidentally bump it and stop the recording. That's all I'll need. I think I'm recording along here. Yep, it's still going. Great. Alright, the only thing I don't like about this is the best paper trimmer in the world. It's in the description box. It's also in my Amazon favorite storefront. Is because of the fold, you can't really see where the 5.75 is, and it says 6 there. So when I'm doing these, I always just go like this, put a little crease, and then that way, I know. Because see, it says 6 right there, but it's not. It's not true. It's just not true. Alrighty, now for the fun part. Get myself a pencil, preferably one that writes. So I decided I want this to be the top. I want this at the top. So what I do is I lay it here where I can barely see the top poking out, and then I just mark it right on the bottom. Take the trimmer, chop that right off. You keep this. Use this for a pocket. Trust me. And then I'm going to do this way, the way I check. You want to get as close as you can to the signature block, but not be in the way of it closing. So that's a tiny bit in the way. Right there looks good. And then I just scooch it down so I can see the edge. Give that a little chop. Oh, you guys, I ordered myself a brand new vintage photo ink pad last night. I always put the date on the back. Sorry. It's like Christmas. This one's been around for a minute. When did I get this one? January of 22. And I'm playing around with the next kit, and it takes a lot of vintage photo ink, and this thing is dried up. And I don't care for the re-inkers, so anywho, I'm excited. Alright, now let's take that for a little test run and see. I see a little part of fabric. It's not laying down nice. There. Took care of that. And on this book, I used a piece of plain fabric, just a kind of off-white. I didn't mention in the previous video. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, normally I would have used something a little fancier. I will on the next time. All right, so let's put this in. See if, yep, it looks good there. It looks good there. All right, I got the front one cut. And don't assume that the front and the back are going to be the same, because they're usually not. You know, we're making these by hand, so things could differ a little. See, like this one, I'm barely going to have to cut anything off. Just a skosh. I don't even have to mark it. Just a skosh. Noticed that a couple of times. Or sometimes the front or the back is just a little bit bigger. Right. So now I'm going to measure. What am I doing? Oh yeah. There. See, you can scoot it in. You can scoot it in that way. You just want to go just a tick, just a little skosh less. If that makes any sense. Chop that off. Ooh, that'll make a nice pocket. Put the lid on the new Fabri-Tac, lady. Okay, now wait. Oh, I think we might go that way. This way or that way? Yeah, I think that's better. My little book, please. Hold on a minute. You guys got 4 of these in the kit. Let me cut one of these out real quick. I have so many digits that I want to put in the Etsy shop. I'm just, I'm not good. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not good at it. It takes patience. And I have it. So there's that. Alright, so you guys got the little monkey digi. I think I might put him right there. Yep. Alright, let's do this thing. So now, grab your ink. You don't want you can't have those white edges showing. Can't have that. See, that side would have been pretty too, but I'm just not feeling it. You know me. The less color, the better. You guys do you, though. You can do, you can go find a digi on Etsy that's marbled paper, or Julie at the Old Design Shop has fabulous stuff that almost looks like Timmy. Don't tell him I said that. The link to her Etsy shop is in my description box. I'm on her design team. She's a very, very gracious and wonderful artist, that woman. I'm just inking up the edges. Uh-oh. There goes the dog. Sorry. Alright. Now, yes, I do use Fabri-Tac to glue these down. For those of you that don't care for Fabri-Tac, don't watch. And I purposely opened a new bottle for this so that I didn't have to fight. And I have wet wipes at the ready in case we have any seepage. And I just try and get a nice layer next to the edge. And off we go. And which way do I want it? This way. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And I do line it up with the outside edge first. And the main reason I use Fabri-Tac for this is it's forgiving. You need to move it. And then, let's take my bone folder. I always do this first because there's a lot going on right here with the signature block was sewn in. You've got fabric under there. You've got some paper under there. And just work it out. And voila. There's your front. And off we go to the back. Like I said in the previous videos, if anybody has an easier way to do anything you see me do, please feel free to let me know. You can email me, you can Etsy message me. All my links are in the description box. My email is simple, junkjournalshop@yahoo.com. I would love to hear anything you guys have to say. But I love when you guys leave comments. It makes my day. Alright, so this one we decided we want to put that piece of tape up there. Alright, let's see how that, alright, looks good. Give it a little tap, tap, tap. And just do this so it doesn't wiggle and move on me. Now I will probably, let's see, tomorrow I've got a live sale. So maybe this evening I will come on live and do some decorating in this. So if you want to see me decorate this, look for a live video. And if you can't find live videos or need help, leave a comment or shoot me an email or however you reach me. Some people have never been to a live stream. Some people don't know, what they are. Don't be afraid to come in the chat room. Everybody's nice and kind. We have fun. We laugh. Sometimes we make fun of each other. We have a blast. All right. So, I promise you, I'm going to do my nails tonight. They're out of control. They're so bad. So bad, so bad. I moved my desk again. Oh, surprise. And the lighting changes every time I move my hands. Sorry. Let me just see something here. Just going to fiddle with the color just a tiny bit. All right. I'm just looking I'm looking up at the screen. No, should I put it up there? No, he's going down there. Just do it. Don't overthink everything. Just do it. Oh, I have good lines to follow. Isn't that grand? It's straight. Probably the first time anything's been straight. All right, so that's where we're at. End pages are in now. So that's what it looks like from the side, from the top. We've got our little headband in there. And if you don't, if you use this tab page that came in the kit, you don't like that sticking out, just snip it off. Snip it off. So I've gotten that far. All I added that wasn't in this box was a few pieces of tea-dyed paper. And look at all the things I still have left. So we're going to, when I decorate this, we're going to take the vellum and the postcard, and we're going to make a little window there. We've got tons of ephemera. Oh, I've got some metals I can add. This little bag is going in there for sure. I've got some pages I'm going to tip in. I've got my double-sided tape. Just tons. Oh, I've got This Book Belongs To. That'll be fun. I've got a vintage love letter. It's taller than the book, so it's just going to get tucked in there somewhere like that, so it's peeking out. So I think that'll be fun. Just kind of, ooh, yeah, like that. No, yeah. That'll be fun. I kept my little offcuts of my green paper. See, we have all kinds. We have tons of stuff to use for decorating in here. All right. Oh, we'll keep those to make pockets. And this is I didn't do any sewing in this, so this is different for me. I usually sew in almost all of my journals. But we're going to use a lot of vintage tape in this one when we decorate it up tonight. So stay tuned for that. Now, let me get that guy back in there. I'm going to show you how to put these boards together out of wax paper. So you guys are just going to have to deal with the brown paper. Alright, so first things first. My boards are, I believe these are 8.5 by 4.5. Okay. 8.5 by 4.5. Hopefully 4.5. And then these are a little bit taller. I was just goofing around when I printed these out. So I'm gonna need to mark this to get it straight. Pay no attention to what I'm doing now. This is not part of the tutorial. Please hold. I'm looking for my Timmy ruler because I want to find the center. I need to snip a little bit of this off. Cut that. Oh, don't you love that when you make a mark and then and you can't see it? It's always the best. Alright, so now I'm just gonna eyeball this. Kinda sorta. The back will be easy because there's nothing on it. I just want that to end up in the middle. And now I'll make sure we're at 8.5. Voila. So that should fit on there. Just like so, and just like so. This one will be easy. Sorry, I shouldn't have put the brown paper down yet. I want more of that. So now we're gonna go. What did I say? 4.5? Hope so. That's what I'm cutting. What do I like better, the top or the bottom? I'm gonna go that way. Yeah. 8.5. Anyway, this trimmer is an investment, but you never have to replace the blade. It's a rotary blade. It self-sharpens. I've had this thing for a few years. Let me just, I love sharing all my great Amazon finds with you guys. Let me just look really quick. Let's see, before we get to this. Sometimes it's on sale for really good. Really good. Let me go look. This is a not tutorial and let me help you spend some money type video. It's called Fisker's Precision Rotary Bypass Trimmer. It's in the description box. Oh, $98 right now. That's a good price. That's a very good price. Hold on, let me see how much I paid for it. Wait a minute. Oh, I paid $101. But I'm just going to quickly see if anybody else has it from last. That was just my link. $94. See it for $94. Free delivery by Wednesday. Okay, off we go. Enough goofing around. Right, I've got my book board, I've got my this, and I've got my that. That one's going to go that way, so that one's going to go that way. And don't fret if you glue them down and they're sticking over the edge just a little bit. You can grab sanding paper or a sanding block. I have two. I've got this one's got that's a 3M product. You can get it at Lowe's or Home Depot. And I don't think that one is, but I think this one's in my favorites list down below, the micro sander. And yes, it's filthy, but I use the heck out of it. So, got my paper plate, got my Mod Podge, I got my favorite Mod Podge brush. I'm gonna need my ink again. I'm gonna ink up these edges now. I'll ink them up again in a minute, and I'll show you why. Because if I have to sand anything off the edge, it'll leave a white mark. And I also like to grunge up the edges, so there's that. Oh, 26 minutes. Yep. Well, see, this should have been 2 videos, but it's okay. Tell me if you guys, here's the question of the day. Would you rather have 15-minute videos or 30-minute videos? What is your attention span? Mine isn't very long. Excuse me. Yep, that's how I roll. Fancy like that, just on the paper plate. Alright. The key. When you're gluing anything, especially to chipboard, but this is masonite board. Thin, even layer. You don't need a lot. You really don't. Just put a nice thin, even layer. I just try and get all the corners. And then I come back and give it a nice swipe so it's even. And on these, I always start by lining up the 2 outside edges, because if it does happen to be off at all, the inside edge can be forgiven because you're going to cover that up, right? Oh no. I did. Sorry, I just stuck my big old noggin in the screen. Oh well. Nothing pretty today. 98 degrees outside. My hair's in a bun, no makeup on. Just running around in a little sundress. Push it all down, and voila, it's on there. Let it dry. I am going to hit these with the heat gun, or I'm going to hit one of them with the heat gun, so I can put some over the top to show you guys the difference. And then we'll be done, and we can move on. And hopefully, like I said, if all goes well, I'll come on tonight and do a little live decorating that other journal. It's going to be interesting to see, because I'm really trying to use only what's in the kit. So like I said, the only thing that I have added is fabric to the spine. And you can use any kind of fabric you already have. You can paint your own fabric. You can do whatever. You could use paper. Doesn't matter. And then some tea-dyed paper. But I'll probably do some stamping. I'm going to put vintage tape in there. I've got a few pockets. Oops. And since I didn't sew them shut, I'll just use the vintage tape. Can you see that white? No problem. We'll sand that right off of there after it's dry. Don't try and sand it when it's wet. You'll rip the paper. All right. I'm going to, let me check this one. The edges all look good. So I'm going to mute while I hit this with the heat gun, so I don't blow your guys' ears out. And I remembered to unmute, thankfully. All right, so here we go. So front cover, back cover. This is fine. Don't worry. This is fine. Because this spine I am going to let come right over to this edge. So don't worry. Now I'm just going to do the same thing. Thin, even layer. But I think, and if you're going to do this, you need to get yourself some fine grit sandpaper. The sanding block is the easiest way because if you have a heavy hand, you are going to end up with some lumpy bumpies. So you'll want to sand this and then give it another coat. Did I just stutter there? Jesus, sorry. And I hold it up to the light and I can see there's always a corner or two. If you hold it just right up to the light, you can see if you've missed any spots. But I usually give 2 coats anyway, so. All right. You can see a little bit of a difference. There's a glare. I'm going to dry it, so I'm going to mute again. Stand by. Okay. Do you see the difference? I just think it's a wow. And that's just 1 coat, barely dried. It's dry enough that I would just take my sander, knock off the bumps, and see, I'm happy with that. Now I would just take that out and hit that with some clear matte sealer, and voila. I will take this when this is completely dry. I'll show you on this side. Sand those edges nice and smooth. This edge doesn't really matter. It's going to get covered up with your spine fabric. But I like to sand that nice, and you see when I sanded that, you see how a little bit of that edge came back white? And that's fine because I can just go back and do this because, see there? I like to show you the difference. See, I like to grunge that edge up anyway, so then it looks seamless. Anyway, that's it. We're done. How'd we do? 33 minutes again. Sorry it was so long. Thank you guys. Again, if you want to watch me decorate this one that we've been working on, I'm going to do that tonight live. I have no idea what time. Maybe around 4, maybe around 6. I don't even know. So just watch for a live this evening. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.